to the second half of today's pre-match press conference of the AFC Champions League match between Mumbai City FC and Nassaji Mazandaran. We obviously have Mumbai City FC head coach Mr. Des Batino and goalkeeper Purva Patempa. Welcome both of you. Coach, first of all, first AFC Champions League match of the season. What are your thoughts on the opposition?
Yeah, good afternoon everyone, especially those visiting from overseas. Well, it's our first game of the season, so it's one we're very much looking forward to. We've had a long 8 or 9 weeks worth of pre-season to get ready for not just this game, but a long and hard season in front of us that combines both our Indian Super League commitments and also now the position we put ourselves in to go to the Champions League for the second consecutive time. So it's a game we're looking forward to. A lot of the players want to play games, so the players can't wait for the season to start.
Purva, I'll come to you for your thoughts on the game.
Yeah, we're really excited, and as a player, we always want to play the best and play in the best of the tournaments in Asia. Yeah, it's a really exciting and really good opportunity for us to showcase what we can do in top level.
We'll throw the floor open for questions. Please raise your hands.
So this last season, Mumbai City FC finished the second in the group because I would say most of the people didn't expect that to happen. So this time around, what are the realistic expectations from this group, especially with Al Hilal in the middle as well?
Yeah, I think when we went last time, the only previous team was Goa, and they'd gone and got 3 draws, and we played well to get those 3 draws. We know how difficult getting any points in this competition can be. So I think there was a concern maybe us going there, we wouldn't be able to replicate what Goa had done. So to come away from that level of competition with what was the first team to win at AFC Champions League level, and not only do that, but to do that twice and finish second in the group. I think we left disappointed not to qualify, rather than actually maybe what the perception was going in. So to change that narrative afterwards was very positive, and I think it really showcased what Indian football can do on this stage. This tournament this year, very different, different set of circumstances. We're obviously based in Riyadh in a bubble because of COVID. This year we go back to the traditional format of home and away. So again, with that comes its challenges and differences. But the one thing I'm looking forward to is just trying to replicate the performances that certainly we had in the Champions League last year that put us in a strong position to get those results. And then it's just a continuation now of the work we've done in 2 years. This is my 3rd season with the club. We have the experience of the Champions League from last year, as well as the football that we played in the league last year as well. So I think if we can combine those together and we prepare as well as we can, we'll put ourselves in the strongest position we can. As Purva said, it's the top level of Asia competition for club football. So we have to be on top of our game to make sure we get anything out of any game.
Next question. So the club announced a few days ago that Alberto Nogueira is nursing an injury and is going back to Spain, and also another signing of Nassaji Mazandaran, and also he hasn't been featuring much in the Durand Cup as well. So what is the team news for the club?
Who is not been featuring in the Durand Cup? Turi?
He hasn't featured much in the Durand Cup.
Okay. Yes, Alberto's gone back to Spain, so he just recovered over there with friends and family, which was better than being in Mumbai to do that. But everybody trained yesterday, so we're still waiting on Al Gayati in terms of visa. I know it's a sensitive subject right now, but we're waiting on the visa and for him to arrive. Not sure when that may be, but otherwise everyone trained yesterday. So we'll train again today, and then we'll make the decisions on what we feel the best team will be to go out and try and compete firstly, and then for those to make sure we manage the game to try and come away with the result.
Coach, after the performance last season in the ISL, obviously there's a target on City's back. Is that something that the team prefers? Because obviously you're a good team, everybody knows you're a good team, but does that add a little more pressure to you because you have to replicate and just be there in every single game?
That's the excitement and the challenge for us as a club. We want to be, as part of the reason for coming here, the ambition of the club, the ambition of City Football Group and where they want to position us in the Indian landscape, not just for now, but for seasons. And we've tried to, certainly in the 2 years I've been here, we've tried to build this club in a way that allows players to perform consistently. So it's not just about what happened last year, it's about this season, it's about succession planning with our players and our teams for the next 3 or 4 years. So hopefully we don't get the highs and the lows from season to season. That's the plan anyway. But football sometimes isn't that easy, as you speak it. But no additional pressure for us. It's just a really good challenge, and one where we've recruited players that we feel are motivated to do that and want to continue success in whatever form we determine success is.
And just looking back again at last season, granted it is a completely clean slate right now, but do you allow yourself to look back and just derive some confidence that you know you've done it before, you can do it again? Is that the message to the players as well? That at least look back and just take that confidence.
Yeah, I think it's the same as anything in life, not just sport, football. I think when you have experiences of previous things, good or bad, they always position you better going again if you get the opportunity, whether it's a decision you make or the experience of going to another competition. As long as you learn from those mistakes or maybe learn from those experiences. We were fortunate in the last campaign that we were very happy with what we did and what we came away with, so we got a lot of good experience from that tournament. But like you said, it's very different this time around, but that doesn't mean those experiences won't be useful this time around, because our players, we went into the unknown. There's a lot of people or players that haven't competed at that level, but now they know what that looks like. They know the level of it. Obviously that will change from team to team, but there is a general standard to this level of competition which we've had exposure of.
Coach, so before going to any other game like an AFC game or Grand Cup game, we usually watch hours and hours of videos of opposition. Have you had that chance with Nassaji?
We haven't been able to get to any of their games in person like we do the ISL. It's a bit far for us. But yes, we have their games. So we've been able to look at that. With obviously a new coach, a lot of new players. Their season has already started. 4 or 5 games already in their league, so slightly different to us. But we don't know what they will do tomorrow. We don't know if they'll play the same way. We don't know if they'll play the same team. So the same as it always is, whether it's the ISL or it was ACL last time. We prepare our team as well as we can for what we know, and that's having control of what we will do. Our focus is very much on how we want to play, how we want to approach the game, whilst also preparing the players for what we think they may do. There's no guarantees, so that's really what we don't spend too much time, but we need to prepare them as well as we think we can, whilst also not taking the focus away from what we want.
Questions? Yes.
So my question is for Purva. So as just mentioned earlier that last time around in the AFC Champions League you were playing in a bubble in Saudi. This time around you have to travel to locations like Iran and Uzbekistan. So as a player, how exciting, at the same time how challenging it is for you, for any player?
It's always exciting and it's always challenging for us to do well, because we are in the top club and we are not representing only Mumbai City, we are representing India as a club, and to do well there's always pressure, but it's always up to us on our mentality, how we deal with it and how we prepare against top teams in this competition. So yeah, it depends on our mentality, how we take it and how we take all these challenges and competition.
Coach, Nassaji's story and their journey to the AFC Champions League is giving a lot of hope to their city. It's something similar to what you're trying to do for Indian football essentially right now. So does that add a little bit of pressure, or does that motivate you to just showcase what Indian football has come to now?
I think it's a wonderful thing. When I can only talk about our experience last time of going. We knew that, like Fugus just said, when an Indian representative team, which is what we are, we're a representative team. We're not just representing our club, we're representing our region, which we include Pune, obviously where we are now. But also we know we're going to represent Indian football on the highest stage of club football that we can. And I think when that spreads around places that haven't had that before, you see the excitement around the community, you see the excitement around the country, because it's a new experience and it's something they haven't had before. And I can drive that all the way back down now into the ISL. We've got teams like Punjab coming into the ISL from that region. That's a wonderful thing for them as well. So I think very good for our opponents in the region they represent. But for us, no additional pressure. It's just what is very exciting is we played Champions League last year away from home in Riyadh. This will be the first time we've been able to bring Champions League football back to not just Mumbai but back to India. So the first time for people to come and see this level of competition and the quality of players across all 3 teams we face to face here at the stadium.
Thank you.
If you have any other questions, please raise your hands. Okay, if there are no further questions, we'll wrap up this second leg of the press conference. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Pulva. I just request both of you to post for some photos before we let you go. Nassaji Mazandaran head coach Mr. Syed Mehdi Ramadi and player and captain Mehrat Abdi. Welcome both of you to India and to Pune for this match. I'll begin with a question each to the head coach and to the captain, and then we'll throw the floor open for questions from the media. Coach, what are your first impressions after coming here, and how is your team preparing for the match tomorrow?
به نام خدا هم من هم همه بازیکنان لحظه شماری می‌کردیم برای شروع لیگ قهرمانان آسیا.
Me and my players are counting the seconds to start the AFC Championship.
و منتظر شروع این مسابقات بودیم
And we are waiting for the tournament
برای اینکه به عنوان نماینده ایران
so that we can, as the representative of Iran,
بتونیم اون چیزی که شایسته تیم نساجی در حضور در مسابقات لیگ قهرمانان آسیا هستش رو نشون بدیم.
so that we can do our best, something that Nassaji is going to represent for their cities in the AFC Championship.
همونجور که میدونید تیم نساجی برای اولین بار هستش که تو جام باشگاه تو لیگ قهرمانان آسیا حاضر میشه.
As you all aware, Nassaji is actually appearing in AFC Championship for the very first time.
به خاطر همین هم من هم همه بازیکنان هم هواداران تیم انگیزه ها و شروع اشتیاق خیلی زیادی داریم برای شروع این مسابقات.
That's why me and my players have got a lot of motivations to start the championship, to start the tournament.
مطمئنا حضور در این مسابقات هم برای من و هم بازیکنان هم با باشگاه نساجی تجربیات زیادی رو خواهد داشت.
For sure, being in this tournament will bring us a lot of experience for me and my players as well.
و ما سعی میکنیم که بهترین خودمون باشیم در این مسابقات، چرا که تمامی آسیا این مسابقات رو میبینن و برای آینده من و تک تک بازیکنان و علل خصوص باشگاه بزرگ نساجی که به عنوان نماینده ایران در این مسابقات حاضر میشیم دیده خواهد شد.
Because we are sure that everyone will watch the matches here in the AFC Championship, and we want to be the best of ourselves, so that we can be a great representative of Iran.
Okay, my question to Abdi, as coach mentioned that this is the first time your club has qualified for the Champions League for the first time, the AFC Champions League. So, how special a moment is it for you personally and for the other players in your team?
با توجه به اینکه اولین بار توی تورنمنت شرکت می‌کنیم با نساجی، ما بدونیم که این لحظه چطور هست برای شما، احساس شما چیه برای این لحظه؟
سلامت می‌کنم خدمت همه. حالا بعد برنامه توی جام حتمیمون ما تونستیم به این مرحله رو پیدا کنیم و مثل این لحظه‌ای که الان اینجا هستیم لحظه شماری می‌کردیم و امیدواریم که بتونیم که که آقای رحمتی گفتن بهترین خودمون باشیم و بهترین عملکرد رو به عنوان نماینده ایران داشته باشیم.
So after championship in Iran, knockout stage league, so we are here and we are hoping so that we can be the best of ourselves.
Okay, we'll take questions from the media. Please raise your hand as we come to you. Introduce yourself and your organization and proceed with your question.
So I'm Jason Lee from AFC. So my question is to the head coach of Nassaji. So if you look at the squad of Mumbai City FC, they have 6 registered foreigners, and if you look at the squad, we have only 2. So do you think that would be a key thing in the picture?
Can you repeat the question again? So they have got 6 foreign players over there in Mumbai City and they have scored 2 goals.
No, I mean we have Mumbai City have 6 foreigners and Nassaji has only 2. So do you think that will make a key difference in tomorrow's game?
دارن میپرسن که با توجه به اینکه مومبای اف سی 6 تا بازیکن خارجی داره و نساجی فقط 2 تا بازیکن خارجی داره، فکر می‌کنید این که میتونه اختلافی رو وجود بیاره در بازی فردا؟ نظر شما چیه؟
بگو فرقی هم می‌کرد که ما اگه 6 تا بازیکن خارجی می‌داشتیم.
Does it make any difference if we have like 6 foreigners?
ما الان 2 تا بازیکن خارجی داشتیم و یکیشو اجازه حضور در هند رو ندادن.
We had only 2 foreign players in our team, but one of them actually was not granted visa, so they did not give him visa to come to India.
فوتبال جاییه که ما باید ازش لذت ببریم. فوتبال جاییه که دوستی‌ها، رفاقت‌ها معنی میده و باید همکاری بکنیم با هم دیگه.
Football is a place where we should start collaboration and making friendships. So we have to start collaboration, we have to work together. But one of the players, as you know, as you just said, one of them could not get the visa.
چیزی که من میدونم اینه که در حال حاضر من یکی از بازیکن‌های خوب تیمم رو ندارم. بازیکن تیم ملی عراق هستش و من به جای اینکه 2 تا فوروارد الان داشته باشم 1 دونه فوروارد دارم.
As you are aware, so what I know at the moment is I don't have one of my best players who was a national Iraq player, and now instead of having 2 good forward or 2 good striker, I have only 1 good striker at the moment because that was not granted to me.
چیزی که من میدونم راجع به تیم بومبای سیتی 6 تا بازیکن خارجی داره و 3 یا 4 تا بازیکن تیم ملی هم داره.
As far as I know, as far as my knowledge lets me know, the thing is Mumbai has got 6 foreign players and some players and 4 players in national team in India.
و تیمی هستش که سابقه حضور در این تورنمنت رو داره و این خیلی مهم هستش.
And also they have got the experience of being in championship in AFC Championship, which is very important.
مطمئناً ما خودمون رو آماده کردیم که با یه تیم خیلی خوب فردا رو در رو بشیم.
For sure, we are prepared to actually confront a very good team in the AFC Championship.
ولی چیزی که ما داریم بازیکن‌های خیلی خوب، جوان و با انگیزه‌ای هستن که اومدن خودشون رو توی لیگ قهرمانان آسیا به فوتبال آسیا معرفی بکنن.
But what we've got is a lot of good players, young players, and they have come here to show themselves in Asia.
ویزا ندادن به یکی از بازیکن‌های خوب من مشکل خیلی بزرگی هستش.
Not granting the visa to one of my players was a big problem for me.
امیدوارم که AFC برای بازی‌های آینده لیگ قهرمانان آسیا یه چاره‌ای بیاندیشه برای مسئله که تیم‌های دیگه به مشکل نخورن.
I hope AFC can find a solution for the upcoming matches so that other teams will not be suffered.
چون فکر نمی‌کنم برای تیم‌های دیگه قابل قبول باشه که هزینه بکنن بازیکن بگیرن ولی متاسفانه اجازه حضور در هند رو پیدا نکنن.
Because it is not acceptable for other teams at all to spend a lot of money on getting players, but on the other hand, they do not actually get the visa to come to the other countries, which is not acceptable.
Okay, next question. So
محمد سلام علیکم خدمت شما. چند درصد از تیم حریف شناخت دارین و پیش بینی شما از بازی فردا؟
please translate his question.
He's asking, what is your actually level of understanding of the opponent for tomorrow?
خدمت شما که عرض می‌کنم تیم مومبای سیتی در حال حاضر تا جایی که ما اطلاع داریم 2 تا بازی کرده، اونم توی لیگ فکر کنم جام حذفیشون باشه. 2 تا بازیشون رو از امسال در اختیار داشتیم ولی سعی کردیم تا جایی که میتونیم بازی سال گذشتهشون رو هم پیدا بکنیم. جلسات خیلی خوبی رو با بچه‌های آنالیز و بازیکن‌های تیممون داشتیم. تقریبا شناخت خوبی دارن از تیم مومبای سیتی و اینکه انشالله با امید خدا با تمام انرژی و توانشون برای بازی فردا حاضر خواهند شد. دقیقاً انرژی مثبت هوادارامون رو کنار خودمون حس می‌کنیم حتی از ایران و مطمئنم که همه جوره از ما حمایت خواهند کرد. فردا خواهش می‌کنم هم انرژی خوب برام بفرستن هم دعامون بکنن که بتونیم سربلند از این بازی خارج بشیم. تغییرات جمعی شما
We have known that Mumbai City have got, so far they have had 2 games, and this is what we are actually the only thing that we have. On the other hand, we are feeling the positive vibes of all positive vibes and positive energy of our fans from distance, even from Iran, and we hope they all be with us, send us the positive energy so that we can be good for the tomorrow's match.
Show of hands for the next question, please. If we have
Just a question about the conditions over here. It's raining, it's a little humid. Did the team prepare for such kind of climate? And what do they make of the conditions?
با توجه به شرایط آب و هوایی به نظر شما تیم شما برای این آب و هوا آماده هست؟
آب و هوا که حالا دیروز شرایط بدی نداشت، ما خودمون توی قائمشهر همین آب و هوا رو داریم و تو شروع لیگمون با توجه به شرایطی که داشتیم ما 3 تا بازی رو داخل خونه‌مون بازی کردیم و با این آب و هوا آشناییت کامل داریم، مشکلی از بابت آب و هوا نداشتیم.
We are all familiar with this climate. In fact, we had a very good training session yesterday and it was very nice. And also, our team is basically having kind of similar climate, so we don't have any problem with that.
و با توجه به شرایطی که اینجا داریم درخواست میکنم که از هوادارهای خوبمون و ایرانی‌های عزیزی که در اینجا موجود هستن حتما فردا کنارمون باشن و از تیممون حمایت کنن و انرژی مثبت خودشون رو همراهی کنن.
And also, based on the conditions here that we have got, we are actually requesting all our fans here in India and Pune especially to be there in the stadium and support the team.
we can squeeze in one more question if anybody has any. Yes.
So my question is for so basically if you see the squad of your team, a lot of players don't have much experience of playing in the Champions League or outside of Iran. So how much of a bigger opportunity do you think it is for not just yourself but the whole squad, especially you have a lot of young players?
با توجه به اینکه می‌بینید خیلی از بازیکناتون جوان هستن و تجربه بازی در آسیا رو شاید نداشته باشن، می‌خواستم نظر شما چیه؟
خیلی از بازیکن‌های ما جوانن ولی خب خیلی‌هاشون هم تجربه حضور تو آسیا رو دارن ولی ازشون بهره‌مندیم.
So we've got a lot of young players, as you know, but some of them also are experienced even in the AFC Championship, so we can use their experience for tomorrow's match.
برای اولین بازی که تو آسیا داریم انگیزه خیلی زیادی داشتیم و لحظه شماری می‌گیریم که می‌تونیم چیزای خوبی تو آسیا داشته باشیم.
And we have a lot of motivation for tomorrow's match, and we're exactly counting the seconds to start the match for tomorrow versus Mumbai FC.
Okay. So we'll wrap up the first leg of this pre-match press conference now. I'll request both the coach and the captain to stand up for some photos. And we'll also wait for the other team's coach and captain to come so we can have some photos together.